the big talking point throughout the course of this week has been about Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron. Is that fight on? Is that fight not happening? And there's been a bit of discrepancy between two promotional camps, Boxer being one, Ben Shalom, and Queensberry being the other, Frank Warren. Let's hear from Frank Warren, who's been speaking to IFL on this particular matter.
Queensberry's public statement on Thursday in October was in response to Ben Shalom going public on this and discussing it, because we hadn't done it up to then. Shalom in his comment, read Queensberry in legal letters. It's quite ironic, really, considering that the letter that these were after he sent letters before action to us. I mean, I don't get where he was at with that. And it was on the same day that Liam got his letters claiming defamation. As of today, right now, no fight's been made. Queensberry can't be sued for promoter to promoter negotiations. I never heard anything like that. A fighter can't be sued for wanting to fight. And if Boxer want to go legal, then get on with it. That's up to them. You can't be sued for talking about a fight. You just can't be sued for that. And I don't get where he's at with it, all this legal stuff, and why the fight has to be on a Shalom show. If the two fighters are there, they go for who pays the highest purses. Really simple. If he pays the highest purses, he gets it. At the moment, he's not offering more money than we've offered to our fighter. And we've offered really good money to, and we made a really good offer to Ben. So that's where we are.
Sorry.
And it was a very controversial ending to the fight. And obviously he went in it as a big underdog, Liam. And obviously we're doing what we got to do for our man, but he's done nothing wrong. He has no problem with a rematch. All he wants is to get the most money he can for it, and you can understand that.
Frank Warren speaking to IFL on this situation. Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron, rematch, and obviously the situation with Ben Shalom and Boxer. We asked Liam Cameron to come on the show this evening. He was coming on, and then he basically told us that from a legal standpoint, he wasn't allowed to come on the programme, but he did give us a statement. This is what Liam Cameron had to say. Thank you for the invitation to speak on talkSPORT about the proposed rematch with Ben Whittaker. I received a letter before action yesterday from Boxer's lawyer complaining about my comment about getting the fight on. So my lawyers have advised me to say nothing more for now. Obviously, I'm disappointed, as I would have liked to have spoken to us here at talkSPORT. I just want to get the fight on and was looking to build up interest. This is a mess. This is an absolute farcical mess. Now, my understanding, as just listening to Frank speak there a moment or two ago, this is the situation, right? We've had a fight, and as Frank said, it ends in controversial circumstances, okay? Now, the fight fans, from where we're at right now in the landscape of boxing, the fight fans dictate what fights they want to see. Every single fight fan wants to see Ben Whittaker, Liam Cameron 2, right? Now, I get that Ben Whittaker is represented by Ben Shalom, a boxer, and therefore Frank Warren has the interest from the Liam Cameron point of view. So Ben Shalom goes away. Now, the first fight, bear in mind, was on the Riyadh season card funded by Turkey Al Sheikh. So Ben Shalom goes away and he goes, right, okay, fans want to see this second fight. This is great. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put that on because that's great for us and great for our platform. He has the platform of Sky Sports. Great stuff. So he goes away, comes up with some numbers, crunches some numbers, proposes it to both fighters. What do you reckon, lads? Are we rocking and rolling? Now, at that point, Queensberry are well within their right to say, well, hang on a minute, okay, our lad wants a little bit more than that, or we want a little bit more than this, or we want a little bit of this, or we want a little bit of that. I tell you what, we can actually fund that because we've got a different platform and we might have a few more quid in our back pocket to be able to do this. So what say we put the fight on our platform and we'll pay this for it? And the lads will all get weighed in here. The fans are getting what they want to see. Everything's rocking and rolling. That's how the negotiation works. As Frank was just saying there, whoever pays the most amount of money, normally for a fight, gets the fight. I don't see what the problem is. If you really want to do the fight, just make the fight, get the fight on. I don't think any fan is absolutely bothered as to who the promoter is, what the platform is. They just want to see the fight. Make it happen.
Listen, from my understanding, that is exactly how the negotiations have gone. Spoke to Frank Warren about that as well. Spoke to him earlier on this evening as well about it. He said, listen, the facts are we've offered our guy more money and his guy more money to come over onto our platform. And that's where we're at with it. So, it's just, it all seems very, very crazy. Ben Whittaker, the controversy surrounding this, you go, right the wrongs of this last contest. You now need to put this to bed because you was the kid that everyone was talking about as the next British superstar. It's gone horribly wrong. Big controversy surrounding it. Did he swallow it? Did he not swallow it? Put this to bed. You've got a huge opportunity. There's more money on the table. If you're that confident, go on a Frank Warren show, right the wrongs of that contest and get it done and move on with your career. It's quite simple.
I think, listen, I'm not privy to any of these conversations, but the role, I'll just come at this now. We've just heard from Frank Warren, right? So I'll come at this now from what Ben Shalom's next step should be. So if Frank Warren has received an offer from Boxer and he's gone, well, I'll better that offer for these lads, right?
Yeah.
And we'll put it on my card and we'll put it on maybe the new DAZN deal that we've got coming up in April or whenever they're going to do this, right? It is Ben Shalom's duty to go to Ben Whittaker and say, right, mate, we can't match that dough. It is now up to you. You're the fight. I represent you. It's your career. So they're offering more money for you to go and fight this lad on their show, on their card. If you want to do it, we will support that because that's our role in your career. It's not up to him to stop because what happens is if Boxer get in the way of that fight and do not allow that fight to happen because it's not happening on their platform or whatever, for whatever reason, you are then risking the reaction of the fan base coming back on Ben Whittaker. It's Ben Whittaker's career. It's his career of which is going to be affected by whatever decision is made right now. If the offer from Frank Warren has come back and it's more dough for both lads for a fight that everybody wants to see, it's Ben Shalom and Boxer's duty to go to Ben Whittaker and say, right, the decision's yours now, mate. It's your career. Do you want to fight him? Yes, I do. Well, the more money, we can't match it. So here's your money here. This is what we're going to do. We'll make that fight for you. That is exactly what should happen.
It's as simple as that. That's exactly what should happen because if he doesn't go into that immediate rematch, if he doesn't go and right the wrongs of that contest, the career is damaged massively and it's very difficult to overcome. And you're right, it's Ben Shalom's duty. He's got a duty of care for his boxer to put this right. And he's got that opportunity to put this right because there's been offers on the table. He's put the offer on the table. Frank Warren's bettered that offer. If he can't match that, let it go on. Let it happen. If they're that confident in their guy, make the fight. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. I'm sure you're going to hear more on that throughout the course of the week on talkSPORT as that one rumbles on. Fingers crossed we can get it over the line. And hopefully we'll get to speak to Liam Cameron in the not too distant future when he's allowed to come and speak to us once again. Liam, hope you're well. Now, we just heard from Frank Warren a moment or two ago regarding his dispute with Boxer, Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker situation. Let's head back to the red carpet. Gareth A. Davies is there and he's speaking to Ben Shalom. Gareth, over to you.
How big does this feel tonight? All these massive names in London on a night for Ring Awards. It is amazing, isn't it?
It is. It's unprecedented.
It is.
The sport's always been huge, but it's been made bigger now and bringing everything together. It's making it feel smaller. It's making the fights easier to make. It's making the sport more global. It's incredible and it's amazing to be here.
Look, I've got to ask you because it's done the rounds in the last few days. Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron. Can you explain? Cameron's been told to be quiet. What's going on?
Look, all it is, we want to make the fight. I think all we've asked for is inaccuracies to be cleared up. We don't want anything else. I think, God bless Liam, he's been told to say things and certain things are inaccurate and we have to protect our business when they're made.
Do you think they'll have a fight each before they meet now because it's built?
No, I think it will be the next fight as long as everyone's sensible, I do.
In the current climate then, Frank Warren's in there tonight. Can you not just go over to his table or he'll be sitting with Turki Al-Sheikh, you probably are as well, and go, right, can we do this fight? And Turki goes, right, you guys, get the fight done, let's get on with it.
I think so. I think it can happen. He'll probably give me a right hook if I'm not careful. So I've got to be careful. But no, you're right. It should happen. It's a lot of it is a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of nonsense.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.